Why, hello, governor.
Hello, everyone.
What are you doing over there? Watching movies?
Said in a romantic way.
Mm-hmm. Well, today you are here joining Suzanne.
And Presley. I always think you're going to say both of our names, so.
I don't know. It feels like the protocol is to let people name themselves, but I could start naming you.
I think it's weird when everybody says their own name. Just have a list.
All right.
I don't know.
Notes for the future. Here you are, back again. Night Cheese Bookclub, the podcast that you love listening to with your favorite sisters.
Yeah, where we talk books and movies. And other things.
Yeah, we get into some weird topics.
Wherever the wind takes us.
We are a spontaneous people.
For sure. For sure. The medication helps. Come on, they know.
They do. Well, it's no secret these girls love Adderall.
Well, in a prescribed way.
Yeah, like the ability to, harness the power of your ADHD.
I can see yours is working really well right now.
I didn't take any today.
So for everyone joining us today, especially those on YouTube that can see us.
Oh, yeah, we went visual with this one.
We went a little visual. Today we're going to be talking, and I'll do air quotes, Wuthering Heights.
Yes, Wuthering Heights.
Regerts.
In quotation marks.
Yeah, so we're talking about the movie right now.
The book may bleed in a little bit.
Hey, not for me. I'll be totally up for now. I did not read the book. I don't know if I ever will. You have so many books on a list, and it's like I can't read them all. This was just one I've not read yet, but what can one do? So you know what? I'll be honest. And what I mean by visuals is it's a lot of blush going on.
Just like some ribbons and some blush.
Yeah, there's some jewels.
Yeah.
And a collar.
Yeah.
And here we are. We were inspired.
We're inspired. Say what you will. Emerald Fennell knows some fashion, knows some aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, then before we jump into our little chit-chat about Wuthering Heights the movie, what have you been up to, Suzanne?
I said what came to mind was I had a very lovely night the other night, hanging out with my friend Jen. She's like, man, my gal friend that I love going out with. We hit the town. We laugh. People ask us out and buy us drinks. And then we go home to our beds. It's very nice. We were out and about. That's important. It was Improv Daddy's birthday, and he was hosting karaoke at an Irish bar. So we went there, and it was quite fun.
It's a rootin' and a tootin' up at the karaoke, from what I hear.
Yeah, it's popular. By the time we got there, it was already booked solid, so I didn't karaoke, but I did get a cupcake.
Okay.
It was a good cupcake. Yeah. Like quality, like grocery store bakery cupcake.
You know what? I've been having some cupcakes and cakes recently where it's like they've stopped with the too much sugar frosting and they're making it more buttercream. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Yeah, good. Well,
Presley, what have you been up to?
I actually, oddly enough, also was going to bring up improv because we did a little show the other day and it was really, really fun. And like the theater that we frequent sometimes will do kind of guest spot shows that you can sign up for. And occasionally we'll sign up for one. And it's just really fun. And you get to like do improv with different people or sometimes the same people that we all like. And it was really fun. And I also I was trying to finish a case of the Dr. Pepper strawberry and cream sodas that my beautiful lady was like, we'll get these. Everybody will have one. And then nobody would drink them because they thought they were gross. And I was like, I'll drink them because I kind of like them. And it took me so long to get through that case. And that was the night that I finished it. And I'm moving on now to the Dr. Pepper blackberry.
Blackberry.
It's like blackberry and cream or it's something like that. And I don't know why, but I'm drawn to it. It's toxic sludge that I must have. Speaking of being drawn to the toxic sludge, see how smooth that transition was?
Wuthering Heights. Romance.
Yeah.
Regerts.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start with the synopsis. We'll have a little summary, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, we will warn you when you're at the point that if you don't want to know things about it, that we might be, we're not going to spoil anything terribly. But this book has been out for a long time.
I was about to say, and like, it's not too hard to stop this and go watch the movie. So make of this what you will.
Yeah,
but
you're on your own now.
Yeah. Well, after the synopsis.
All right, this is the one from IMDb. A passionate and tumultuous love story set against the backdrop of the Yorkshire moors, exploring the intense and destructive relationship between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw.
Ooh, sexy.
Just enough.
Now,
who do you think this book is for? Who do you think this movie is for?
I was going to ask you that. So I said anyone who is in love or desperately wants love. Pisces, specifically, you know who you are. Or anyone who just wants to stare at Margo Robbie. Because, again, who isn't that?
That, I think, covers everybody.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, mine was similar. I said lover gals, cigarette smokers, platform shoe wearers, saltburn girls, silly, sad, happy girls.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who gets upset that your coworkers don't follow protocols and procedures, you might not like this if you want it to be exactly like the book.
Yeah.
That might not be for you.
Apparently it's different. And they do say it's based on the book.
That's why it's in quotation marks. Fellas, come on.
Like it's just an adaptation now. Nobody lose your hats.
Yeah. Hold on to your hats.
Or lose them. I don't know.
It's your hat. I can't be responsible for it.
Look, if you lost it, that's your problem. I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, you can't take advice from these guys.
I can't. Look how much blush I'm wearing. I got enough blush on for the room.
I wear jewels.
But anyway, yes, now's the time. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, go watch it. In fact, just go watch it anyway. It's really, really good. Like, go. It's a decent watch. So, you be warned. Suzanne, what was your first impression of said movie?
I said that it is just palpably gorgeous. It's shot so beautifully. The colors are so saturated and just so, like, I don't know, like really atmospheric color setting. It was like really intensely, like visually beautiful.
I actually said something similar, but just like the beautiful scenery, the costumes. I love the makeup, which is actually what inspired my extra blush today. And yeah, that was I think the costumes alone were just so cute, except when she's got the dress with the belt, and I'm like, does it need a belt? I don't know. And now I'm like, do I wear a belt? I don't know.
You got to go by how you feel.
Yeah. But I will say this too. What I liked about this. No, I'll save this for later.
Yeah. So, man, it's a beautiful movie. Going into it too, like I know I like Jacob Elordi and Margo Robbie.
Even so, whatever that movie poster was that they had, where they're just like
the
dramatically
old Hollywood
embracing
movie poster.
I
that
was like,
alone.
It's so cute, and I love those TikToks of the people where they're trying to pose in front of Margot Robbie with it, so it looks like them and Jacob Elordi, and they're having their boyfriend take the picture. I love those TikToks. But no, everything was just, especially I feel like lately, I don't remember the last time they did like a classic romance movie that like, I don't know, that one wanted to see maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's star-studded right there.
Star-studded, really nice PR. Yeah. Who was your favorite character?
I said Isabella, but just because she's a freak and like I like it. I think she's so funny. What a funny character. I even like said this after I watched it. I was like, man, it feels like everybody's flawed in this movie. Like all of these characters are like, who do you pick out of them? Because you're like, I don't know. But Isabella, especially like her behavior and shit, like I think is so funny. I love that part when she's saying the plot to like
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, like that shit was so funny to me because he's just like, you've transported me. And it was just such a bad synopsis. And I was like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I said the same, Isabella. I mean, she's so compelling. I said, oh, girl, been there.
Yeah, and she's funny. She's
Where
funny.
Yeah, like this, like, youthful innocence, being corrupted.
And then leaning full-chested into it, I feel like. And I love that for her.
Yeah.
You'll find out later.
Sometimes you get tired of reading about it, and you want to be about it.
You want to be about it. I like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And like, man, the aesthetics, I mean, the costuming for everyone, but like Isabella's clothes are so freaking cute. Margo's clothes are so cute.
No, it's crazy. Like,
Catherine.
I don't know, even like the house and
The
stuff.
interiors,
And like, you
like
know,
the
they
walls are Margo's Robbie's skin.
Yes, yeah. And like even the texture of them. And like this movie being so like visually like Wuthering Heights. And then what? I don't know if the name of their house had a name. I think it did, but I can't remember it now. But
Thrushcross Grange.
is that what it is?
Yeah. Thrushcross Grange.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I didn't get that from the swing set, but no, like the swing set and like the little like bushes everywhere and the flowers, and it just looked so lovely. And like even the parts when it's like snowing and stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's what it just had, those like juxtapositions between like, you know, this deteriorating old thing and this new fancy thing.
Yeah, definitely. They somebody described this as like gothic romance for Saltburn girlies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, like that exactly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. It's just like such heavy things that you can keep getting through because they're so aesthetic, and like the interiors themselves are so like entrancing. Like you feel like you could watch the movie just to like look at the room.
I like that Kathy is, you know, trying to be fancy and all this stuff, and then she's just sleeping on a potato sack sewn together, and I'm just like, if that ain't it, I don't know what is.
That's so true.
Where it's like, man, that's real life.
The
and
faking it till you make it.
Yes, and thinking about to back then where like if you wanted nice stuff, you like had to make it yourself, and how different things are now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But what was your favorite part of the movie?
I said when he lifted her up by the corset.
Their height difference is wild.
Wild. I said with a close second being when Catherine falls and hurts her ankle and then just is like laying on the ground like, hey.
Oh yeah, I have to stay here now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's your favorite part?
I was actually, and I already said it, but like the Christmas scenes and like with the snow and everything's so goddamn beautiful. It looks so nice, and crisp and clean. But I also like the part where Heathcliff was being like mean or something, and then he laughs and his gold tooth shines in the light. And I was like, like it just was very like, I don't know.
Bedazzled.
The artistry of it alone was just like, it was so good, like aesthetically. I mean, yeah, I could have picked the part where she's like diddling herself behind the rock because that was pretty funny, but I didn't. Even though that part, when I saw it, I was like, ah.
Watching that in a theater full of women, like, I don't know, everybody's giggling then.
Well, also, and then not to for old timey's sake, I guess you would. Head out in the rocks. I don't know.
I mean, you don't have a phone.
I never thought about it really.
You got to be outside some of the day.
Yeah, you got to pick your rock. Do you go back to the rock each time? I don't know. I thought
It's a simpler way to live.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. I said that I don't believe. So, okay, so, you know, again, we're not going to get super into like the book versus the movie, but people like to point out things that are different or whatever, and they're like, oh, like, you know, they're not banging in the book. They just have this like unrequited love. And I'm like, if that's your neighbor, I don't believe that you're not banging.
Who?
Heathcliff and Kathy. Like in the
Oh.
book, they never sleep together.
Oh.
But I'm like, I just feel like you left that
Yeah.
part out to be tasteful.
Yeah, and like,
Char. But I feel like they would have been.
and like realistically, yeah, like, come on now.
And it's like that toxic person you can't stay away from.
It does make you think, and I don't know, definitely a choice. And maybe it was to make it seem like more romantic than what it actually is. Because, like, yeah, at the end of the day, too, it is just like a lust thing. So, I don't know. And, like, do you mind it? Come on. It made for a little razzle dazzle in the movie.
You don't want to see those two people kiss? Are you crazy?
No, shut up. Yeah, you just hate fun.
Yeah, you just don't like fun. Fun.
You don't
Whoa.
like fun, guys. So I also said what I also liked was how, and again, this goes back to the juxtaposition thing, where when Kathy's like poor at Wuthering Heights, her hair's all frizzy and like the ends bad. And then when she's rich, hair good.
Hair good.
And
That
then
is the power of money.
it's reminded me of that thing, you're not ugly, just poor. That's what this movie is.
That's what this movie is. And ladies, listen. If you're saying that to yourself, I want to let you in on a thing. It is not actually about being poor. It is that you don't take care of yourself the way that rich people do because their money buys them time freedom.
I was about to say, they have more time.
They have more time. They do have access to better things.
What's happening?
I should take my medicine is what is happening. But just being clean and like actually doing the things to take care of yourself are the things that make the biggest difference beauty wise. Unk corner out.
I mean,
And also like accepting yourself the way. Why am I going into a weird advice section? Listen up, ladies. So accepting yourself the way that you naturally are. I will not ever look like J-Lo. I just won't. I could be like a cheap, like,
why
imitation.
is J-Lo your reference right
I don't know, because that's the opposite of me. I don't know.
J-Lo?
Yeah. I don't know. You like,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
like work with what is. I, for one, I like to straighten my hair. It makes it easier to deal with. It does not look its best when I'm fighting its natural texture.
And what's funny about this movie, too, is you can tell that the way that they did the makeup was, I don't think they used a lot of it. If anything, I'm not even sure they did a lot for, like, skin in this movie, other than it looked like its natural texture, and I really, really liked that. Like, yeah, they had parts where, like, you could tell they purposely put on makeup and blush and stuff to, like, you know, like how they would back then. I feel like the makeup in this movie was very time period accurate, and I really, really liked it. Like, especially
Yeah.
that their skin looked real.
Yes, I did like that too.
I
That it
loved
was
it.
just like, and like, how different would all of our brains be if we normalized that, where like things were the way that they are.
And especially on like more realistic, because like I know, like even thinking about watching shows like Euphoria and stuff, where like people are looking more natural, like more like themselves, but obviously you're still having like very beautiful people like that, and even like Margot Robbie, she's still just very beautiful. Jacob Elordi, still very handsome, uh, but like I don't know, just being able to even see their skin texture, it doesn't take away from it. If anything, it's just it makes it kind of better. It just makes the story more believable. It's more enthralling, I think, to see a poor Pore, not Poor.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. That's a Wuthering Heights chick for you all.
Wow. This is liticism at its finest. People, write that down.
But that was my takeaway from this all.
Mm. I like that it was so polarizing for a lot of people. So many people had like really strong negative reactions to it because of like that it was dissimilar to the book. But, and this is just my take also, but I feel like this is what I want the book to be. And like, that's said from someone who lives in 2026. If I lived at that time and that's the only book you had available, you would want it to be like that. You would want it to be like this slow burn, right? And it is like, the point of that wasn't necessarily like the romance of it. But as like a young woman now, I don't know, you do kind of, it's not wrong for it to be what it is.
No, yeah. And I think if anything, like people, the art of the slow burn is kind of lost a lot of the time now just because everything's so rushed. And I think we're finally getting back into it because like as someone who watches a lot of K-dramas are not for the most part like they're not having sex. Usually it's like they'll hug and that's a thing, or like if they kiss, that's a thing. And like yeah, some of them they have sex, especially with like characters that are a little bit older. But just like I don't know, something can really be said about the slow burn, and like I think it's just more captivating, and like a lot of people like it oddly enough. So it's just like I don't know, if you can't appreciate the slow burn, then you don't deserve it. Fine, that might be the blush talking, but you know what? I don't care. It's true. I like a slow burn. So like watching something like this, I don't mind.
That's true. And like, I don't know. That's literally like the premise of a lot of like gothic romance is that like, and like just things from the Victorian period and like just advice about long-term relationships is like building a deep emotional connection. And like, I don't know. I don't even hate having like the turmoil of all of it. And like,
Yeah, well,
it's
okay.
just a good story.
So the slow burn's good too, but also sometimes you be fucking. I just feel like it gives good, like
Balance.
it's yeah, and more realistic. I don't know. It was to me a very realistic story.
It was a beautiful carriage.
Yeah. Everything was so nice.
Yeah. And I don't know, it felt
aesthetically.
It felt more realistic as to like how people would actually act.
That's what I mean.
Like even in Wuthering
yes.
Heights, which is like, again, with a 2026 lens. I don't know. I didn't live then. But
I can only imagine, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it would definitely be like that. Presley, what did you rate this book as?
And well, it's a movie.
Movie, right?
But I rated it as a gotta have it. Because I would absolutely watch this again. I really enjoyed it, and like I watched the whole thing, was not tempted to go on my phone, or I didn't wander off or what. Like it was good. It was really good, and I would definitely watch it again. How about you?
I said love it. More towards gotta have it, but that's what I went with. But yeah, I saw this in the theater with my friend Amanda. It was beautiful, and I've watched it again since then, and even as a rewatch, I think it stands up. It's like, I don't know. It's an intense one, but it is good for, it's just, there's so many moments that are so iconic in it. And overall, I did really enjoy the story. I really enjoyed the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, and it does make you feel something.
It is intense too. You know what? Maybe that's the temperance on it for me. Not to go too much into personal details, but like in dating now too, it's just like, I guess it depends where you're at situationally when you watch this, but to watch it as like somebody who's dating, it really is just like that gut punch of like how fucking hard it is sometimes, like how bad it feels and how good it feels at the same time to like try going out with somebody and like meeting a new person and like developing feelings and being unsure and like, I don't know, it's terrible and it's great.
Sure. I don't know how much that relates to this necessarily. Sort of, I guess.
I think like in rewatching it, I feel like it stirs up a lot of those feelings of like unrequited love or like
Sure.
trying to pick somebody that you're compatible with that like, you know, we've talked about it, but like Edgar's a fucking catch.
No,
And like
yes, I feel like I felt oddly enough that this, again, not going to my personal, but like this movie was very relatable to a lot of my situation too, where it's like, do you pick the safe person because they're like stable and nice and everything would probably be really good, you'd live a happy life, but you're not like romantically deeply in love with that person, and like you can't force those things as much as you want to, and like especially, you know, just because someone's good for you doesn't mean that they're necessarily the person for you. And that when you do choose what you want, you know, like it's not always like what you thought it would be either. And like, but you have to like listen to your heart, and that's the only way like things are going to work out for you, really.
yeah.
Although mine worked out quite well. So, yeah, I can't complain. Sorry, everyone that's alone and sad. um,
I'm only sad half the time.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say about the movie?
No.
No, me neither. I would say just go watch it. It's a good one.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch.
So, what we are going to do for the game, I'm going to read a quote, and then I want Suzanne to finish it, how she thinks that this would end for her, quote-wise. And then I do have, like, the actual quote, so maybe I'll read that afterwards. I don't know. It depends on what Suzanne says. So this first
Are
one.
these from the book or the movie?
This is from the book, the book, I guess.
It's been so long since I read this.
That's when I couldn't tell you, but it's a quote from either the book or the movie. I don't know. So, I wish I were a girl again, half savage and
half sweet.
Ooh, I like that. It's half savage and hearty and free.
I like
so
that
you know
too.
what? You're not wrong.
We're different kind of gals.
If he loved with all the powers of his puny being, he couldn't love as much
as his brother.
Whoa, not getting into that. It says, if he loved with all the powers of his puny being, he couldn't love as much in 80 years as I could in a day.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a read.
Well, yeah, it's read to filth. That's what I feel like a lot of the stuff from these movies are like.
Whenever men have said to me that I am emotionally too much, I just say, I feel so bad for you that you don't feel things deeply. That's sad.
And a lot of them don't.
It's don't.
The depth of a puddle. Again, the blush chalking, but I have not broken your heart. You have broken it, and in breaking it, you have
Broken Mine as well.
Suzanne, we're not saying the real quote.
I can't. That one's printed.
Yeah, you know that one. But again,
Broken my butt.
Ew. Terror made me
Fart.
so stupid.
Sorry.
I mean, again, realistic.
Remember on my birthday, we were watching that shark movie.
We went to an Airbnb, and of course they have a white sofa, and we were watching a shark movie, and Suzanne's like deathly afraid of sharks, and she's sitting there with a glass of red wine, and I'm looking at the TV screen, and a shark is slowly going across the screen, slowly, not a jump out scary, slowly. Suzanne glances over, sees it, and then gets startled like a baby, and fucking throws red wine all over this white sofa. It was
got it out,
crazy, but the terror made her stain the sofa. Ew. Ew. I don't.
Not from farting.
It's terror made me cruel, which, sure, yeah, but responsibility, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself to breathe, almost to remind
you to breathe as well.
That's a nurse answer right there. I have to remind myself to breathe, almost to remind my heart to beat. All right, this is the last one. I'm sure you know this one too, but I want you to think outside the box here. He's more myself than I am. Whether our souls... Oh, wait. Fuck me. He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are...
Chuegy.
Your soul's
the
chuegy.
Same.
They are the same. Chuegy, I feel like will resonate with our millennial audience.
The Gen Zs.
Especially
who want to be mad at us for having feelings.
And who are drinking red wine, even now.
Listen, those kids, they're smoking real cigarettes and they're drinking real wine. Good for you.
Ew.
Gen Zs.
I don't know what they're doing.
I like that.
You know what? Yeah,
it's very
actually,
French of you.
And the most of Gen Z that I've met, I quite like.
Yeah.
So, so that was our fun little game. All you got out of that was farts and the stainy sofa. Are they linked? We'll never know. You'll find out on the moors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, it's a good one.
Yeah. Well, it's time for everybody's favorite corner. It's the poetry corner.
Wow.
What was that? Magic.
I couldn't remember which button was which.
Yeah. Well, all right. You read your poem first.
Okay. I did a limerick also.
They don't know that I did one. I'll never
Surprise.
forgive you.
There once was a girl, Isabella, who got way too hung up on a fella. All these fictions and tales left her desperate to be railed. Low self-worth makes us act less than stellar.
I think you struggling to read it made it better.
I was going to say, should I re-record it? No, leave it.
Oh my God. That's funny too, yeah.
Presley, what was yours?
Okay. Poem start. There once was an estate named Heights, whose halls were full of fights. Kathy is so annoying, her behavior self-destroying. Would it kill the dad to skip drinking some nights? Spoiler. It did.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine? Actually, I guess we can imagine.
Yes, that's true.
Being around fucking drunk people, too, that just want to fight. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then it's like, can you blame Kathy for wanting to leave? You know what I mean? I'd want to leave, too.
Yeah.
Can't wait forever.
No, you can't put your life on pause for an alcoholic.
No, an alcoholic or like waiting for someone to rescue you. You got to get out of there.
That's
So
true.
you know what? I can't blame her for the choices that she made. Maybe they were right for her.
That's true. That's like that quote, no one's coming to save you. But that means nobody's coming to stop you either.
Yeah, so you should just
Take control. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Go after things.
get a room made of your skin. I don't know.
Yeah. What cheese did you go with?
I went with Parmesan because it's hard and gritty, yet everyone loves it. Much like these stories.
Yeah. I went with Havarti dill. Havarti dill. It's got this like dill flavor that kind of cuts through everything, but it's a very like creamy cheese.
I love Havarti
It melts in an interesting way. I said excellent on beef. I really like this on a bunless burger. That is often my breakfast.
Yes.
It's good. It's good and I like it.
Quite good.
Well, that brings us to the end of our episode, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for liking, subscribing, telling people to do it, grabbing somebody's phone. And listen, a download is 60 seconds or less.
Yeah,
okay?
Help us out.
No, or more. Jeez Louise. 60 seconds. You could play that on somebody's phone for 60 seconds before they notice.
And just do it, please.
Just help us. Help the computer.
Help our romance reach the ears of all the people with the things. Come on, just do it.
Just do it.
You're not busy.
Yeah, come on. We're pals, aren't we?
We'll do a favor for you.
Yeah, you just tell us what favor you need.
If you want to know where I got this blush, you'll do it, and I'll tell you. Spoiler, it's not blush.
What is it?
Well, I can't tell them now, aren't they? It's lipstick.
Oh.
I didn't have any blush.
Weird.
I know.
Okay.
Berries.
Well. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Well,
we hope to see you next week. Presley, before we go, what are you thankful for?
I was going to say the weather, just because it's starting to get a little warmer out. But the weather's just been very nice. And actually, like, it was rainy for, like, a couple of days, especially when I watched this movie. And it just added to it. And I was like, damn, the ambiance. So I just love the weather. I'm a rainy day person. I love a rainy day. So that just really worked for me. So I'm grateful for the weather.
Interesting.
How about you?
I said love. Even though it is so terrible and difficult to date and, you know,
but isn't it also
often not fun.
So wonderful?
But it's fun too.
For some of us.
It really, you know, I've been single for quite a while. And I feel like it just like dating really does teach you a lot about yourself in the process, if you're being honest.
No, it's true. And like when finding a partner that like, I don't know, that it just kind of clicks with, or like those feelings of, this person's good, but something's not quite right. And just, I don't know. Yeah, you do learn a lot about yourself with your relationships with others.
Yeah. And it just kind of, it makes you evaluate like what's important in your own life.
Mine's you, Kayla. Wink.
Ukulele. Well, I guess mine's books.
Books and cats. I mean, that sounds pretty good too. She's going to go walk into the moors.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
take grandmother's necklace.
Put my ribbons away.
It really was hers. Okay, so that is our episode, guys. Make sure that you're reading some cheese
and eating some books.
We will catch you next time. Bye.
I don't have one.
Should always have one in the chamber.